Hello, guys. Welcome back. This is for Alan. He's telling me that this isn't how you script animations to actually be able to have an actual animation in game, but here's the proof that it is actually
Hello YouTube, welcome back to
what it is.
another
Just
video.
watch.
In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to script animations, and we're actually going to get started by making an animation first. So let's first start with going to Avatar up here and then go to the rig builder. And then you've got two choices, R15 or R6. R15 has a lot more joints to play with, so if you want more detailed animations you can do R15, or you can just do R6 for the simple classic ones. And I'm going to go with, let's say, Mesh Avatar. This is basically the guy that I'm going to be animating. And you can click on Animation Editor, click on the guy, and then whatever animation you want to do. So let's say I want to do idle. And boom. So now we've got our animation editor all loaded up. This thing right here, this is kind of like a timeline. So basically, if you've ever edited a video before, you can move this around. When you're editing a video, there's keyframes. You know how you can change stuff around? You can add stuff to the screen, and this is just like a thing to modify your keyframe. So let's take this to the 003 mark, and I'm just gonna make a quick animation. So you can like click on the limbs, you can click on the joints, and let's say I want this guy to look up, so I can just take the rotation, I can move him up like that. And then let's say I want him to move down after 3 seconds, so I take this and move him right back down. Now my animation's complete. So if you click space, that was really quick. Space is basically the keybind to play it, but you can see this is kind of too quick. So if that happens, you can take your keyframe and just move it, smoothen out the animation. Now if you press space, you can see it's a little bit smoother. So you can do that. You can also, let's go back here, and let's try moving, like, you can move the arms. So he's going to look up. This is just for demonstration, so I'm going to make him do something really goofy. But we can take this arm, we can, like, just to show you what an animation would look like, do that. So this is going to be our animation. It's literally just going to be a zombie. Take your keyframe, figure out what part you want, take this, and you can move it a little bit. Now he's... okay. And then we can move this thing back down. So now, space, that's my idle animation. And so what you can do with this, click on the looping animation button, and now your animation will actually loop. So this is what it's going to look like in our game. It's going to be this weird guy breaking a couple bones, looking up in the sky. It's Roblox. We can have unrealistic things. Alright, so another thing that you can actually do is you can change the easing style, which is how your animation plays out. So if you click on a keyframe, you right click, you can hover over easing style and you can change it. It could be linear, constant, cubic, elastic, or bounce. I'm just going to show you elastic. And now it's like a little bit more elastic, I guess. You can take it, let's try bounce, see how that works. See, it's a little bit more bouncy. So this is like the style at which your animation will play. You can try cubic. Cubic is like, starts off slowly and then ends faster. And obviously there's constant, which is a little bit boring. So I'm just going to make it like bounce because we want this to be a funny animation. Now it actually does look like he's breaking his bone. That's one thing you can do. You can also right click it, click or hover over easing direction, change it to out. And now direction of the animation got reversed, kind of. As you can see, now he's like, instead of jittering while he's going down, now he's jittering while going up. So you can really mess around with these settings and really get the animation that you want. So anyway, now you've got your animation. Now you can click Publish to Roblox, and we'll just call it idle. Okay, so now you have this thing right here. This is the ID of the animation. Just click on this button right here, copy the animation. So now that you have the ID copy, close out of this, you won't need these anymore. So now it's actually time to script it. So how do we get this animation to play in our game? So now what you want to do is really play the game. And why are we playing the game? It's because Roblox takes a script to control the animations and it puts it right inside of here. So you basically click on the arrow next to workspace, you find your name, and then you click on the arrow here, and then you can find the animate script. Then you can just copy it. Right click and copy. Then you can stop the game because we don't need it. Well, we need the script, but we don't need to keep playing the game. Now you can right click starter character scripts and paste it into the folder here. And now we have the entire code. This is all the code that controls our character animations in Roblox. And this is not made by me. It's not made by you, probably. This is made by Roblox. And Roblox basically just stores everything that has to do with character animation in this script. So, as you can see, there's idle, walk, running, swimming, idle, jump, fall, and a bunch of other ones. And the one that I'm mainly interested in is idle. For you, that might be walk or run or swim or whatever. But the one that I did was idle. And what we have to do is really see these three IDs. So as you can see, each animation has this is called a table. Each animation has a table associated with it. This idle one actually has 3 tables inside of that table. Basically, there's 3 IDs that get played for the idle animation. And what that means is there's 3 different animations for idle. And this weight value right here, so this is how often the animation gets played. And since this is 9, that means this gets played more often. I guess 9 times more often than these two. That basically means that whatever you put in here is the thing that will get played the most. Whatever you put in here will get played every once in a while. And I think that these two are the animations for the player looking like around itself. You know how when you're playing a game, occasionally your character is gonna like look around? That is probably these two. That is because they have a weight of 1, so that means they get played every now and then. But this is the thing that gets played the most. So now you take your ID that you saved, then you just put it in here. And the reason I put it in the weight equals 9 section is because I want this to be played the most often. These two will still be played, but this one will be the most often. Now we're not done yet. We also have to change some things here. You see you have idle here. You've got animation 1 and animation 2. So this one ends in 380A, which is probably the one I changed. This one ends in 6, which is these. So that means I'm not going to change animation 2, I'm going to change animation 1. So basically, you're going to click on the animation ID here, and then these numbers at the end, you're going to control V it, and then you'll change it to the new animation ID. And those numbers are the ID that we grabbed from earlier when we uploaded our animation. And then you can see there's also a weight property assigned to it. This is, once again, how often it gets played. This one will get played 9 times more often than these two. At least that's what I think. I know that weight does dictate how often it is, but I'm not sure about the math behind how it gets chosen. But anyway, this will get played more often than this. That's basically it. So now that you've changed your ID here, and you've changed your ID here, you're good to go. There you go. My idle animation has played. So now my character is a zombie that is struggling to look up in the sky. Okay, so that is how you can override the default animations. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, you.
So